Are you one of those beginner artists that watch other drawing videos and think to yourself, great, but I don't even know how to draw a freehand circle? Well, if that's you, then it's time to start practicing. I'm pretty sure that by the end of this video, you will be able to draw a freehand circle yourself because it's all about practicing. If you want to get better at drawing, you will need to learn to train your hand. Just like when you were a kid, you need to learn how to write. And when you write, you draw more with your wrist. But when you draw and sketch, it's important to lock your wrist and get used to drawing loosely. So when you draw, try to hold your pencil loosely and not really with this tight grip. You really need to just train your hand, and the more you practice, the more you will get used to it. So now let's draw a circle. And you can start by drawing smaller circles and then draw bigger circles, because the bigger the circle, the more challenging it will be. But the thing here is that you will lock your wrist, so you're not going to draw a circle like this with only your hand, but you will move your whole arm like this. So you make the movement. Before I put down my pencil to the paper, I make the movement on top of the paper, and then I put my pencil down and start to draw the circle. And you see that you can go over it as many times as you need. So at first you have these kind of like searching lines, and then you can keep on going over it and define your sketch a bit more. So the thing here is you don't have to get it right at once. Try to keep that in mind. Whenever you're sketching something, you don't have to get it right the first time. It's all about practicing, getting better, improving yourself. So just put something down and then go from there. So you see, not all of your circles will be perfect, but you see that the more often you go over it, the better you will get. So make the movement, and you can also go clockwise or like this, whatever feels the most natural to you. So also get used to drawing lightly, sketching lightly, because with sketching, you make mistakes. You want to be able to erase them and correct yourself and keep on going. So now let's try to start drawing bigger circles, and it's all about the same movement. So keep on going over the circle until you have it right. So remember to lock your wrist, and if it doesn't feel natural to you yet, then you know you need some more practice. So after you have your first circle and you're not sure if it's a circle or an oval, what I do is I like to measure the width, and if it's a circle, it will need to be the same width on all sides. So you can check that, and if you notice, okay, the height is a bit taller, then it's more like an oval or an egg shape, then you can correct it. And then you can draw like smaller lines to define your sketch a bit more, if you like. So it's all about the first movement and training your hand. So I'm pretty sure you can do this yourself. And don't worry if it doesn't work out the first times. Then you will need to tell yourself, okay, I'm going to practice this until I get it right. You can only get better at something if you practice. It's with everything in life. So don't think that you can just draw anything right away, or if you look at other artists and you think to yourself, I want to be able to draw like that too. Well, the only thing you can do is start practicing. Draw, make mistakes, practice, and keep on going. So you can start drawing even bigger circles. And the bigger circles are more challenging. And sometimes I don't get the width in comparison to the height right. So now you see that I can draw it a bit higher here because it looks too flat. Doesn't really look like a circle, so then I just measure with my pencil like this. And then you can draw the circle better. So you see that you don't have to get it right all at once. Use your kneaded eraser, erase those searching lines. So just start to draw something, and then you can correct yourself. That's how you practice. And now you can go over it with shorter lines to define it more if you think that's easier. If you have more control drawing shorter lines, then you can just draw the first initial circle like rough sketch and then go over it like this. And then check if you have your circle. So now you have a freehand circle. I'm pretty sure you can do this too. So the smaller circles are easier. Practice those as much as you can. And this is also a great, like if you haven't been drawing for a while and you just need to warm up, draw some circles, draw some, just doodle something. This is great to get warmed up. Now let's draw another big one, bigger circle. Just to practice this, it's always good to challenge yourself. If you're drawing smaller circles and they're going well, and you're having a harder time drawing the bigger circles, well, it's always good to challenge yourself, because if you stay in your safe zone, then you won't be able to improve. So challenge yourself, practice, train your hand. Learning how to draw is all about practicing and training. So it already looks like it needs to be a bit wider here. So you can go as slow or as fast as you want. There isn't any right or wrong. So this looks more like an oval, so I need it to be a lot lower here. So I'm going to do it again with searching lines. Get rid of these. So I know that for me, the bigger circles are more challenging. So if I would practice drawing circles some more, then that would be the bigger circles that I would need to practice some more to get them right. Instead of drawing ovals. So whenever you need to draw a circle or something round in your drawing, don't use a stencil, or try not to panic like, oh, how am I going to do that? Or get nervous. Well, practice, practice, practice. And even though you don't, but with drawing you don't have to draw lots of circles, it still is a great way to practice, because, well, you're training your hand to sketch loosely, to sketch freely, and you're also building your hand-eye coordination. So your eye sees what you're drawing and your hand needs to draw it. So your hand and eye coordination will need to be good. And the only way to improve is with practice. So I know I say it a lot, but it really is, it all comes down to practice. So if you're wondering, looking at other artists, how can they draw that? I want to be able to draw like that. Start drawing circles. You can also practice drawing any kind of shapes, whatever. You can also get better at drawing lines. So try not to draw with your wrist, but try to get comfortable and train your hand to lock your wrist and draw lines that way even. So you can train your hand to draw straight lines. Practice this as much as you need until you feel that your hand can draw what you want. So then you can also draw some other organic shapes, whatever you like. So whenever you start a new drawing, just take some sketching paper and practice drawing some circles first. Warm up your hand, get your hand ready, and get used to drawing with your arm for bigger shapes and circles. And also get used to drawing with light pressure. So if you have a tight grip and you're using heavy pressure when you draw a circle, and you won't be able to erase the sketch lines, it's better to train your hand to sketch with light pressure. A few more circles. And also, if you get the hang of this, I'm pretty sure you will keep on drawing circles whenever you have a pencil or a pen in your hand. I'm sure you will draw circles anywhere, or you will see circles. Look around you, look at the shapes you see around you. And if you think about perspective, a circle in perspective is an ellipse. So here you can see I have a circle, but now let's turn it, and then you see how it becomes an ellipse or an oval shape. So the more you turn it, the flatter the oval will get. You see that? So if you look at this circle from the top, and then you turn it a bit, so you see like a flat oval. That's how you can train your eye to look at things around you. How does it look? Is it a circle, but you're looking at that circle from the side? Then it will look like an oval. So you can practice drawing ovals. They are just the same technique. You lock your wrist and you draw the oval with your arm. So ovals can be a bit easier, but also challenging. Or ovals from all kinds of angles. So practice your ovals, practice circles, and if you're not sure if the circle is round, just check it like this. You can see if all sides have the same width or height. So then you know that you have a round circle. And remember, these circles don't need to be perfect. You are not a machine, you're not a computer. Only computers draw or create perfect circles. You are a person, so try to look at your sketches and your drawing that way. This is your own unique piece of art. These are your circles, and practice them in your own time. And I'm pretty sure that now you know how to draw a circle, and the only thing you can do now is practice to get better. So I would love to hear how this went for you. Were you able to draw circles after this video, or did you already know how to draw circles, but you found them a bit challenging? I would love to hear from you, and also if you have any questions, just let me know. And I'll see you in one of the next videos.